Hello. One way I like to introduce myself or think of myself is as I'm a woman of many parts, most of them still working. But there's a whole truth about art in that only the very, very, very tip of the iceberg ever gets seen. So when you see an artist you love and you see their work, you think, I could never do that. And then possibly someday you come across a picture of theirs and you go, well, that's a bit rubbish. What's that about? And the answer is that for even the best of artists, there is so many pictures that are made and quite often they're destroyed, where the artist will look after their own quality control and just say it's not good enough. And so what you eventually get to see in an art gallery or in a national art museum will be the best of the best of the best of the best of the best. And if you think about the artists that you love, well-known ones, you probably think of maybe, well, how many pictures do you think of? Quite possibly it's 2 or 3. And yet when we are making ourselves, we tend to demand that we should be making at that level continuously. And yet those artists themselves didn't make the best standard of art every single day, like a machine, because we are people after all. We have different days and different things. I want to encourage you today by a picture I made this morning, and it's actually cut down from a larger piece which I showed to an artist friend, and she said, I don't understand the bit on the left, but the bit on the right is interesting, do more of it. And I had made it to copy, well, not copy, but work from, be inspired by a Basquiat painting, Jean-Michel Basquiat. And I was incensed. But the whole thing has to work together. You know, can't you see that the part on the left is like Basquiat? But she's an artist. And this morning, I saw the drawing, well, painting. It's painted on paper. I saw it, and I went, I'll just cut off the bit on the left that she said wasn't so great and leave the bit on the right. And lo and behold, it became what it is now. And that was simply cutting a piece of paper almost in half. The other thing was that I thought I'll frame it. Framing is a way that makes anything seem fantastic and finished. And I'm going to show you another piece of work of mine just down the wall. It fits into that category as well. I made it and I was about to throw it in the bin, and then I thought, I'll stick it in a cheap frame. And I did, and I like it. And it's sitting now in our living room. But this morning I took this newly cut down painting on paper and looked around in my house for what frame would fit it. Found one which looked kind of hopeful, took out what was in it and discovered that the frame was filthy because it had been standing around for years. So I cleaned the glass, cleaned the frame, and went to put the picture in it. Now, it's too big for the frame, so I'm going to just show you what I mean here. And so I just taped it so that it will temporarily hold, and I will get another frame for it that is the right size. It's just that wee bit too big. But there's something about cleaning glass, putting something new in a frame and putting it on display, putting it where I can see it, that encourages me to make other art. And I really encourage you to do that as a small project today, to take something you've made that you think isn't great and cut it down to size. You know, framing, picking only the piece you really, really like. Even if it's this bit by this bit, that's better than something that's that size that every time you look at it you think that's a mess. So that's my encouragement for today. It's a small project. Make a picture out of something you've made, frame it. Now I'm also thinking about it in terms of writing. This could equally well be a framed poem or a framed piece of writing, and it's just that, putting something on display. It's the old kind of idea of pictures in a fridge, where it's putting something up where you see it, where others see it, that says what has been made is interesting to see, inspiring, encouraging, makes you think. Bye for now.